Not to be confused with the pizza chain, Caesars has been one of the names most associated with sports betting and casinos for a long time. You clicked on this video because you want to know more about the sportsbook offering, and this one surprised me, so you're going to want to stick around. I'm going to dig into the Oddshark Fin certified criteria. So I'll be looking at user experience, bonuses and promos, banking, sports and odds variety, and of course, safety. I will answer all those questions you have about whether or not Caesars is the right sportsbook for you. Let's go. Full disclosure off the top here, Oddshark is an affiliate partner of Caesars, and we do receive financial compensation for any signups and deposits through our links. But it is why we created Fin Certified. We wanted to have that internal audit to review specific criteria about the books we are partnered up with. And along with this video, you can find a Caesars review up on oddshark.com as well to help you find the book that ticks all the boxes that you're looking for. Let's get into it here, guys. Right off the top here, I'll say this. I think the mobile app is far superior to the desktop version of Caesars. And given I've reviewed other books like FanDuel, 365, BetMGM, this is really the first time there's even been a slight departure from desktop to mobile. The desktop version isn't bad per se, but it's just not as clean as the mobile app. I find the desktop version to be a bit bland whenever I'm digging in, looking for odds, looking for bets. It's just not as good to look at as some of its competitors. The app, though, is just really strong. In fact, probably one of the better ones out there. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Bet365, which is a good thing. Color palette, easy on the eyes. It's quick and responsive, no real lagging or anything when you're browsing the book and adding bets to your slip. A cool feature they do have is this neat little slider. So you can see I'm on this Knicks Celtics game and the spread is Celtics minus 5.5, but adjust the slider and the spread moves along with it. So if I like the Knicks by 2.5 points, considering the Celtics are a bit of a mess right now, I can just do it from here. Just a neat and intuitive little feature that I really do like. Another thing you'll find at Caesars that I think is pretty cool are these sort of pre-built parlays, which you can find at most books, but I think they do a really good job with these at Caesars, and they include these really cool titles. Like you can see here, this Snake Songs parlay for today's Diamondbacks game, or this CN Tower parlay for tonight's Jays game. Although if the Jays have taught us anything in the early days of the MLB season, it's to stay away from them completely. That said, I just like the clever titling and the fact that they have something quick if you're looking for a parlay and can't quite make your mind up or put anything together. It just adds a bit of personality to the sportsbook here, which most books do completely lack. One area where we did notice lag slightly is when you're going over to the casino side of things, which isn't a huge deal breaker or anything. Just thought I'd flag it in case you do like to play the odd table game here and there. And on that note, actually, casino and table games are actually pretty good here as well. So if you do like that aspect of an app, you're going to be in pretty good hands. Lots of really good stuff going on here in terms of user experience and tons of nice little unique aspects that Caesars have. Honestly, kind of surprised me. Really good stuff. So 5 stars. Bonuses and promos. And this one's kind of weird. Honestly, just kind of weak with Caesars compared to some of the other brands that we know in the space. But Bet Boosts is going to be where this book really does shine, and more on that in a second. But if you are a new user, Caesars offers a first bet back of up to $500 in bonus bets if that first bet loses. Now, these will change throughout the course of the year, and at the time of this video, this is just kind of underwhelming. So, for example, a competitor out there offers the same sort of thing, a refund on that first bet if it loses, but it's up to 3 times that. In terms of those boosts, it's sort of normal to see like 40 to 50 boosts when you do log into Caesars, and you'll find stuff across tons of sports from the NFL onward. So, for example, let's just look here at the NBA. They are offering Pascal Siakam over 19.5 points, Tyrese Halliburton over 9.5 assists for Friday's game at plus 300. Then over in baseball, Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos to each have over 1.5 hits at plus 350. And on and on. NHL, WNBA, even golf bettors getting some love from Caesars as well. You'll often find a 30% profit boost to use on an outright winner, and then some boosts for top 5, top 10, top 20 markets. So you can see here real quick, this week's tournament, some boosted odds for Siwoo Kim top 10, Hideki Matsuyama top 5, and so on. Caesars does also have some tie-ins with their brick and mortar sportsbooks with their rewards program. So if rewards is something that is on your radar when you are considering a sign up, Caesars does offer that. Caesars rewards is basically a comp currency. The more you play, the more points you earn, and then you can go ahead and redeem those points. Promos, bonuses, super easy to find, especially on mobile. Just check the bottom of the interface for the promos, and then up top you can see a little icon for those bet boosts. In short, Caesars, not the greatest promos and bonuses, I gotta say, but tons and tons and tons of bet boosts. Plus, that rewards program, really good for those that really want to get the most out of their betting dollar, but I'll go 4 stars here. Let's talk payment and banking, and most of the books we work with here at OddsShark are pretty uniform when it comes to payment and banking. It is 2025 after all. Betting is just part of the sports landscape, so what you can expect at one shop will be pretty much the same at the next end. Caesars is no different here. Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card, debit cards, PayPal, Venmo, bank transfer, wire transfer, e-check, and a handful of others are accepted here for deposit methods. Also, depending on the state, you can make deposits at retail sportsbooks and kiosk locations, so that's pretty handy. Withdrawals are going to be a bit different. You can withdraw using debit card, online banking, PayPal, Venmo, or just straight up transferred to your Caesars Sportsbook Play Plus card. Caesars Play Plus can be pretty clutch. Let me explain real quick. It is just a way that you can load money onto a Caesars card, and you can even use it to withdraw as well. So a pretty convenient way to load money and withdraw those winnings when you do hit those bets. Processing times can vary, but can be as quick as an hour, depending on your method. Again, it is 2025. We should be expecting fairly quick processing when it comes to collecting our winnings. But you're going to want to check your state, because even this can vary depending on regulation. For example, American Express. It's accepted in Indiana, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, while some states like Iowa, Tennessee, and Massachusetts don't even allow credit card and are debit only. Plenty of options available for payment and banking, and basically in lockstep with other competitors out there. But that Play Plus card feature is really what does separate them from the pack and makes it a pretty good option. For sports, I mean, all the standards are here. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, college football, all of it. You're watching this video, you're probably American, so that probably covers most of what you're looking for. But then inside each game is just a ton of prop offerings, like just looking at the NBA, and this league ticks a lot of boxes. First score, double-double, points, boards, assists. There's combos, which have gotten so popular, so PRAs, points and assists, on and on. What you are looking for is going to be here. Elsewhere, tons of props for Major League Baseball games, including race to runs markets, first 5 innings total runs, and much more. So really great stuff here for in-game props at Caesars. I will say, though, that our on-site review called out the fact that it was a bit slow to hang anytime touchdown scorer odds compared to some of its competitors. Again, not a huge deal, but if you're looking to bet on those early, maybe not your best option. Live betting is pretty comprehensive. They have a tab at the top that brings up everything that's going on, and you can just go right in and get in on the action. You can filter by sport, then by league, and they have a pretty deep offering. So NBA, NHL, all offered here. And live betting is bolstered by what's called fire bets. It is their version of those more granular type of bets that you can make while the game is on. So let's look at the NBA, for example, here. You can bet on things like which team will score the next basket, the type of basket that will be scored next, and much more across many different sports. So live betting, very, very good. And the fire bets, really awesome feature as well. And fun fact, but Caesars was the first book to offer live streaming for NFL games back in 2022. And you can still stream NFL games via the Caesars app. So that is obviously a massive, massive W. But really, Caesars should be your number one book if you're a teaser bettor in the NFL. Caesars charges minus 125 juice on 2-team 6-point teasers in the NFL, which is the best that I can find for comparison. Some shops charge minus 140 juice on the same type of teaser. So Caesars definitely leading the pack for this, and definitely a major part why it gets that Fin certified seal of approval. Teasers at Caesars. It even has a nice ring to it. You're going to find what you want here. Very deep list of sports, leagues, props, and more, and potentially the best teasers in the game. Over to safety and security, and just know that Caesars is a highly, highly trusted brand. All transmissions are protected by SSL encryption, which is what we rely on to protect our information, and it is regulated in every state that the app is available. Caesars customer service is fine. The AI chatbot, pretty limited though. It basically just rips through a bunch of clickable process of elimination options, and you can't really actually type in a question. I know most of the AI chatbots are pretty much trash across the board, but I feel like Julius Caesar would be more help than the Caesars AI bot. That said, they do have a customer support department open 7 days a week and are accessible via phone. That number can be found on their Contact Us page. You can email customer support as well, and it says that response times for email can take up to 24 hours, but you'll normally get a response comfortably inside of that time frame. All in all, safety, security, customer service, all good, and all pretty much what you'd expect in this sports betting space nowadays. Okay, guys, listen. For me, reviewing all of these apps that Oddshark is partnered up with, Caesars was the biggest surprise. There are definitely a handful of unique features that make it a pretty attractive option for sports bettors, I gotta say. That app is super clean. The NFL teasers are probably the best in the space. The live betting is solid. Their bet boost options are great. The Fire Bets tab is pretty awesome. And they have a pretty deep selection of props for any games of the big sports leagues, at least on this side of the pond. Yeah, there are a few shortcomings, but still, I think Caesars is a really good option that does separate itself with some really good unique features. And if you want more info, we have a full review up on oddshark.com, and feel free to drop a question in the comments section if we've left anything out. If I was any help, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you do not do so already. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck with your bets.